Hello and welcome to this YouTube channel. Today I want to talk to you about how to get started with investing and how to begin growing your wealth. It's becoming increasingly important to take care of both yourself and your money. That's why I want to share some information with you, how I do it, how to get started, and how to make it easier for you than it was for me when I began. Back then, things were quite a bit more difficult due to excess of information. Therefore, I created this YouTube channel to give you some insights into my portfolio, how I have managed it, and especially to share my journey, both past and present. I also want to highlight the mistakes I made so that hopefully you can avoid making the same ones. I will cover different investment types like stocks, bonds, gold, real estate, P2P lending, or even options where I am invested in. Investing in some of the products I introduce here can lead to significant loss of your assets and money. Therefore, this channel does not provide investment advice. You should always do your own research before investing in any of the products. You might be asking, why do I need so many different asset classes? The first point is that the larger your portfolio becomes, the more important diversification across asset classes is. The second point is that in every stage of life, your goals and targets shift. So, to align with those changing goals, you likely need to invest in different asset classes. For example, let's say you are 30 years old and planning to buy a house in 1 or 2 years. In this case, you will want high liquidity and low volatility. That means you should choose an asset class that fits that specific goal. First things first, let's begin with some theoretical background. Then we will dive deeper into the practical aspects. Then we will move into action. The most important part is that you are already here, which means you have started thinking about investing. And that's the first and most crucial step. Let's start with the first topic. As I said, think about what you want to achieve. The easiest way to begin is by defining your goals. The first point, as I mentioned, is to define your goals. While it might sound simple, it can actually be a very difficult task. That's because many people confuse a goal with a vague wish. For example, saying, I want to have more money is not a goal, it's just a desire. A goal needs to be specific and clearly defined. In the theory, goals should follow the SMART criteria. What does SMART mean? S is for specific. Your goal should be clear and specific. You need to use actual numbers. For example, I want to save $100,000 by end of December 2030. This is a well-defined goal with both an amount and a deadline. M stands for measurable. Your goal must be measurable. Why it is important? Because if you cannot measure your progress, you cannot track how close you are to achieve it. Tracking allows you to stay on course or make adjustments along the way. Without measurement, you might reach your goal or not, but you won't know until it's too late. A states for attainable. Your goal should be realistic, achievable. If your goal is to save $100,000 or euro in 5 years, that's a long-term target, but it is also realistic if you plan and stay consistent. On the other hand, expecting to make $100,000 overnight is unrealistic for most people. R stands for realistic. Your goal must be grounded to reality. For instance, saying I want to become a billionaire in the next 2 years is extremely unlikely. for the average person. Even successful entrepreneurs needed years to build their wealth, and they are outliners. If you have a regular 9 to 5 job and no business or high growing venture, set goals that match your income and lifestyle. There's nothing wrong with ambitious goals, but they must be realistic. Time bound. T stands for time bound. A goal needs a clear deadline. Without a time frame, there's no pressure or structure, and you might lose focus. If you don't reach your goal by the deadline, you can reassess, adjust your strategy, and set a new timeline. Time bounding goals keep you accountable and motivated. To summarize, define your goals using the SMART framework: specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bounding. This approach helps you stay focused, track your progress, and increases the chance of achieving your financial targets. This means you really need to define your goals. Take your time, maybe a couple of hours, and think about what you truly want to achieve. Is your goal to retire early? Is it to have enough money during retirement so you don't have to worry? Is it simply to have a financial cushion that helps you sleeping well at night, knowing you are secure? Is it to buy a house, for example? That can be a valid goal too. Or maybe is it to buy a car you really like and want to drive? At the end, if something genuinely makes you happy, then I would say go for it, make it as your goal and target. What's important is to have life goals, something to aim for. In our next video, we will discuss how to approach the topic of investment in a structured manner, including how to assess your expenses and income. Thank you for watching. If you don't want to miss the next video, be sure to subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment if there's a specific question or topic you would like me to cover.